wanted that to go so much higher than I intended.
I'm Lauren Elizabeth, and this is another episode of Cooking with Lauren.
I actually hate when people say Lauren. The past few Cooking with Laurens, we've done avocado toast, we've done a lunch, we've done a dinner. You can't skip dessert, people. Dessert is a very, very important part of your day, your meals, and your nutrition. Okay, maybe not the nutrition part. You know, it's an emotional health thing. You need to be happy by eating sugar. Not all the time, not every second of every day, but there's those days where you just have to let yourself live a little. Keeps you sane, at least keeps me sane. And there's not a lot of things that can do that, so let me have this one thing. So today we're gonna be making Oreo truffles. And I have never made anything like this before. It is basically almost a similar process to a cake pop. It basically almost is a cake pop without a stick in it. I've made cake pops one time before in high school, and it didn't work at all. So I'm super excited to try again. You might be thinking, ooh, I'm clicking out of this video because this girl clearly has no idea what she's doing. Think again, I know everything. Just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch. Woo!
So obviously what you need to make Oreo truffles, Oreos, not the generic kind either. You need the real deal. Actually, you could probably get away with the generic kind, but I got the real deal. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna need a food processor. You're gonna need a food processor. You're gonna need a hand mixer. This, I have no idea what this is. My mom bought it for me once when she was making hummus, and it's all I have. But if you have like a regular mixer thing, fabulous. You're gonna watch me struggle with this instead. Then you're gonna need some white chocolate for dipping later in the game. Way later if we even make it there. You're gonna need some Philadelphia cream cheese, which you think, ew, that's so gross. Honestly, it's not, and I don't really like cream cheese with like sweet things, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I've already tasted some of it and it's amazing. Step number 1. Food processor. Please, if you're under a certain age, I don't know what age, but if you just know you shouldn't be using a food processor, please don't. I don't wanna get a call from your mom yelling at me. My mom already does that enough. You wanna break up the Oreos, you gotta help the food processor out a little bit. I'm gonna be using half a pack of Oreos. You could use a full pack and substitute the amounts for full instead of halves of everything. I'm just a little girl in this big world, all by herself, so I don't need a full pack. I literally have no friends. Who am I gonna share this with? No one. So we're gonna use a half pack. Look at that! Now we're gonna take this and dump it in the bowl. So now you're gonna take the cream cheese. This is half of a whatever. The recipe for this will be on my app. You can download it and you can get this recipe, but just watch and learn right now. Be a visual learner with me. I'm gonna just get this going a little bit. So I'm just gonna fold in this cream cheese, which is a word I've never used before, but the director just told me to use it. Great. So that did a whole lot of nothing. And now, we are gonna try and actually do this thing. There's 2 options for speed, 1 and 2. I'm gonna go with 1 because it's a marathon, not a sprint. Not gonna lie, I've done this once before and I had help. Now I'm a lone soldier. But you know what, at the end of the day, the only person you have is yourself. So what we're trying to do is get everything generally to be more of this consistency, even a little more squishy than that, because we wanna be able to roll it up into balls and have it be malleable, moldable, kind of look like a big thing of wet shit. That's what we did wrong the first time. All right, it's looking good. It kind of looks like a dough that we can roll up. And by kind of, I really mean kind of. It looks more like shit. So next, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna get a tray, which I don't have because it's in the freezer. And you're gonna wanna put wax paper on the tray. So now you're gonna take your concoction. You're gonna take a little, if you make them a little smaller, they'll freeze faster. Spoiler alert, you're gonna have to freeze them, but you want them to be nice and round.
Just a little ball.
That just looks like a turd, honestly. So try not to make them look like turds, try to make them look like balls. This is the part where we fast forward through some of this prep because I doubt you want to sit here and watch me fondle a bunch of balls all day. We'll be right back with some frozen balls. Okay, so before I swap these balls out for the pre-frozen ones in the freezer, I am going to make the cookie crumble that we're gonna put on top because I don't wanna take them out of the freezer until we're ready. You're gonna pull off the cream because you just want the cookies, and you're gonna take just the cookies and put them in the food processor. Put this on. Whoa. I'm gonna put it in this bowl, pouring the cookie powder into the designated cookie powder bowl. Now, we are going to put these in the freezer, and you basically wanna freeze them until they don't need to be like icy frozen, but they need to be solid so that you can dip them in chocolate without them breaking apart. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Are you kidding me? Okay. God damn baked. Here's the platter that just fell out of the fridge. Then I'm gonna put these ones on. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. I'll make them later. Pick these up off the ground. Luckily, the wax paper hit the ground first. So I swear to God, we're good. Here we go now, y'all, we're back. Good energy, positive vibes. Woo! All right, I'm sweating my tits off. Let's do this shit. We gotta melt the chocolate. I'm gonna break up the white chocolate. We're doing white because it'll give a good color contrast when you bite in. Cook time, 3, 0. I'm gonna grab a forky fork because after 30 seconds, we're gonna stir it, and then we're gonna heat it up again and shit like that. I don't f***ing know anymore. While that's going, I'm gonna get these turds off the wax paper. Oh wow, this is not working at all. Okay, there's nothing to stir. So these balls, they're frozen, but I think I could definitely still bite through them. They're not like hard as a rock. See, there's still a little dent, but it's like still good. Right after we dip these in the chocolate and in the cookie crumbs, we're gonna roll them up and we're gonna put them on another piece of wax paper and we're gonna put them back in the freezer before we can eat them. Isn't that so awful? We have to wait that long till we can eat them. I know, trust me. 3, 2, with 1 second to spare. Oh, it's working, see that? Oh, shit! Oh, man! Now that I've melted my white chocolate, I have my white chocolate, my Oreo crumbs. I dipped a couple strawberries in for fun. And I'm gonna take one of my bowls. I'm just gonna like roll it around in here. As you can see, there's like a little bit of Oreo kind of coming off because mine aren't really frozen enough. So as you can see, I'm trying some different things, seeing what I'm good at. So I'm gonna do a few more of these, maybe decorate them a little, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so when you're done with your bowls, you're gonna put them in the freezer and let them freeze until you serve them. You don't wanna take them out too early because then they'll get all mushy and stuff and then people will be like,
Ooh, what is this?
and then you'll be like, I got it from Lauren Elizabeth's channel, and they'll be like, screw that girl, she sucks, and then I'll cry. So I did a couple different variations. I did a nice white chocolate drizzle. I did a completely truffled out Oreo, and then I did a white one with just a nice flurry of Oreo. So now that they're plated, they actually look really good, guys. I mean, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I kind of keep wanting to move them around. But I mean, they look amazing, especially considering they were made by me, who's, like I said, not great at a lot of things. So I'm very impressed with myself. I am someone that loves, you know, baking stuff for other people and entertaining and having people over. If The Bachelor was still on, this would definitely be something that I would whip out for a girls' night with The Bachelor, or if you're trying to impress like your boyfriend's parents, bring them over to the house for a party. But keep in mind, they are something that you want to be able to pull out of the freezer or serve right away. Definitely something for more entertaining at your own home or just hanging out with the girls. Or if you really just want to treat yourself and you have these in the freezer, treat yourself. So I'm gonna taste test one. Are you ready? Okay. Damn. That's some good shit. They're so good. They're super, super sweet. You definitely have to like Oreos, obviously. But it legit just tastes like an Oreo ball. And who doesn't want an Oreo ball? There's probably Oreo on my face, but that doesn't matter because we're all friends here, right? Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Cooking with Lauren. I hope you enjoyed a dessert episode. Let me know if you want more sweets and treats on Cooking with Lauren by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure you see it, subscribe. That's how things work in life. You subscribe to them. If you guys want the full recipe, instructions, ingredients, everything, make sure to go download the Lauren Elizabeth app from the Apple Store or the other store if you don't have an Apple product phone. Links are always in the description box. Remember that, kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you make this, make sure to hashtag Cooking with Lauren so I can see it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.